Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today I'm going to be rating some of your Game Week 1 drafts for the new FPL season. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, how is your Game Week 1 team looking, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, this is the first draft that we're going to be going over, and straight away I can see that they have gone big at the back. Obviously Raya and Forster in goal. I still think that Raya is probably the best 4.5 mil keeper you can have. I know they have just brought in another keeper, but I think Raya will still be their number one keeper this season. Of course, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, if Raya does, have his minutes at risk, then you're going to have to go for somebody else. I don't know, maybe a Henderson for Forest, or a Pickford for Everton, or of course Sanchez for Brighton. Or if you can find 0.5 anywhere in this team, which I guess you probably can't because it looks like a lot of money has been spent at the back, then maybe upgrade to a Mendy. But yeah, see, at the moment, I think that Raya is still the best 4.5 mil keeper, and then yeah, Forster I guess is just the backup for. He's just your 4 mil keeper. It's unfortunate that we don't have a definite playing 4 mil keeper like we did last season, but it is what it is. And then yeah, at the back, Robertson, James, Trent, Chilwell, and Cancelo. This is very, very template for a back five. 2 Liverpool defenders, 2 Chelsea defenders, and then Cancelo as well. Obviously, a lot of people are doing this season, pumping all their money into the back line. I don't see the problem with that at all. I think it's a really good shout this season. But of course, it also means you have to be a little bit cautious with your money elsewhere up on the field. But to be fair, on my screen, this looks like a decent draft. I quite like it. I think it's a 5-4-1 formation because of the 4.5 mil strikers. But yeah, at the back, nothing wrong with that. Robertson, James, Trent, Chilwell, Cancelo. I think they're all going to play. Obviously, all got nice fixtures at the start of the season. Can 100% understand why people are doing that. Midfield is also very interesting as well. So you've got Salah there, which of course I'm guessing would be a captain for Game Week 1. And then obviously Haaland for Game Week 2. Also brought Martinelli in as well. His minutes might be a little bit at risk, just simply because Smith Rowe could be alternating with him. But I think at the end of last season, he kind of won that spot off him. But again, we'll have to see what happens pre-season and everything like that. But Martinelli, I think, could be a better option than Saka this year, since Saka might be off penalties because Jesus is now in the team. And Martinelli, if he does play a lot, he's just a cheaper Saka. He can score goals, he is a good player. And obviously getting into that Arsenal midfield for 2 mil less, definitely worth it. Also gone Pereira as well, probably the best 4.5 mil midfielder you can have this season. He's going to play every single game. You don't have to worry about him being benched, so yeah, not bad option at all. Also gone Rashford and Grealish as well, so very anti-template here. A lot of people jumping on Rashford just simply because he's 6.5 mil this season, and if he does get a lot of game time, then yeah, he could be a really, really good option. He looks really good pre-season, by the way. He's definitely been working on a lot in the gym and stuff. He looks in really good shape. So yeah, if he does get a lot of game time, then I think Rashford could be a really good player to have, especially because obviously they beat Liverpool 4-0 yesterday. I know it's obviously just a friendly and stuff, but I mean, that's kind of what you want to see as a United fan, I'm guessing, beating Liverpool pre-season. But yeah, Rashford could be a good option. Grealish as well for 7. I don't see anything wrong with that, really. I think he's going to get a lot more minutes. I think I saw a stat yesterday that out of all the newly bought City midfielders, Grealish has got the most minutes in his first season out of all of them. And I think that's just going to be amplified even more next season as well, just simply because Sterling is now gone. So I think it's just going to be Grealish and Foden really on that left wing. But of course, Grealish and Foden can play elsewhere as well. So yeah, for 7 mil, I mean, if he gets a lot of minutes, then that could be a really good option. Obviously, Rafinha's going to Barcelona now, so he's not really an option anymore. Around that price point, though, if you didn't want Rashford or Grealish, I guess downgrading to a Neto, or going for, I don't know, maybe if you did downgrade a Rashford to a Neto, you could upgrade Grealish with that extra 0.1 mil into an 8 mil player. Obviously can't go Diaz because you've already got 3 Liverpool players, but you could bring in a Foden instead, who probably will get more minutes than Grealish. You could also bring in Mount as well, which would obviously triple up on Chelsea players. So yeah, if you didn't want Rashford and you wanted to go for Neto instead, you can easily bring in an 8 mil player. But Rashford and Grealish could also be a good combination. And then up top, obviously 2 4.5 mil strikers, but you've got Haaland as well. So yeah, I mean, all in all, this draft is a little bit anti-template. I mean, the back is very much template, but then going into midfield, I've not really seen a lot of drafts with Rashford, Grealish, and Martinelli in there. But yeah, I mean, this definitely could work. And then yeah, if you did want to bring in Foden and then obviously bring in a Spurs player, you could easily just change Haaland to Kane. But yeah, not a terrible draft at all. I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Just obviously have to be a little bit wary about Rashford and Grealish's minutes. The next draft we're going to be going over is this. So instead of Ray, they've brought in Mendy this time. Again, I mean, a good option to have this season. I mean, the first bunch of fixtures for Chelsea are really nice. Again, we'll have to wait and see how they line up at the back and stuff and how they get on. I think they are bringing in that Napoli defender. I can't remember his name. Is it Chiarte, I think? I think there's a deal on for him at the moment. Also trying to bring in Ake as well from City. But again, we'll have to see what unfolds there. We don't know really what they're going to be like at the back. Don't know if they're going to play back 5 or back 4. But of course, they brought in Nico Williams, which is, you know, the 4 mil template defender this season playing for Forest. Is going to play every single game. You don't have to worry about that. You know, we did lose Jed Spence to, well, we had him on loan. So obviously he's just been brought in for that right wing back spot. So yeah, he's going to play. We paid 17 mil for him. You don't have to worry about that. He's just the new Livramento for this season, basically. So if you're not going for a back 5, I think the Nico Williams could be a really good option. It's not only that as well. It's like, yeah, Forest defense numbers haven't been great. I mean, I think it's like the worst in the Prem at the moment. But at the same time, we brought in a lot of defenders as well. We just brought a Bayern Munich left back in. We brought a couple more centre backs in and stuff. Like, I think we are strengthening quite a bit of the defence, and I think it is going to shock a lot of people how, because we were good at the back last season. You know, we kept a lot of clean sheets. But now we've just amplified that more, and I think we're going to be a lot more attacking going forward. So I don't think there's anything wrong bringing in a Forest defender at all. But yeah, also gone Robertson, Trent, double up on Liverpool defence, James Cancelo. Midfield is Salah, Foden, Saka, and Neto. So it literally brought in 2 8 mil midfielders here in Saka and Foden. The only thing I don't really like about this draft is every single, because they've also only got 4.5 mil strikers, as barring Kane, you're going to have to play either Pereira or Nico Williams every single game, because you're going to have to play a 4-5-1 or a 5-4-1, because obviously I don't think Greenwood and Stansfield are going to get minutes. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't really follow Leeds and Fulham, so I don't know if they get much game time. Greenwood potentially, but yeah, that's the only thing I don't really like about this draft. So you may have to downgrade a Saka to a Martinelli to upgrade one of those strikers, or Pereira to, you know, another 6 mil player or something like that. But yeah, all in all, not a bad draft. Just obviously got to watch out for having to play, you know, a 4 mil or a 4.5 mil player every single game week. So that's the second draft. The third and final draft that we're going to be going over today is this one. So Raya in goal and Forster again. Not gone super big at the back. They don't have double Liverpool defense. Also, no Trent as well, which is quite interesting. Robertson instead of Trent there. And then obviously James gone, Tomiyasu as well. There's a couple of 4.5 mil defenders that are quite interesting this season. You've got like Justin as well for Leicester, Tomiyasu, Ben White. Then obviously you've got Cancelo there with a 7 mil. But also brought in Nico Williams again, very, very template with the 4 mil player. Midfield, also very interesting as well. You've got Neto 5.5 and Gray 5.5. I've not really seen Gray on too many drafts. Usually the 5.5 mil player is Neto, but because you brought in both Kane and Haaland, there's also no Salah in this draft as well, which I only just realized. This is a very interesting draft. So yeah, Neto and Gray for the 5.5s. You've gone Luis Diaz for that Liverpool kind of midfield spot, and instead of Salah, you've gone Son, and then with that extra mil from Salah to Son, you brought in Haaland and Kane. So you've gone double up on Spurs. This is a really interesting draft. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how this goes. I'm sure you'll change your mind quite a bit going into game week 1, because not having Salah game week 1 I think could be very, very bad. But you know, if he does blank and Haaland and Kane pop off, then obviously you're doing really well, and Son as well. So yeah, I don't even know what formation is this. This is a 4-4-2, and you'd obviously have to play Gray and Neto every single game week. I mean, you could play Pereira if you wanted to, or Nico Williams if they've got a really good fixture, but yeah, this is definitely an interesting draft. I think Haaland will be on penalties as well. So you've got 2 penalty takers up there up front in Haaland and Kane. But yeah, I don't know. Just going in without Trent and Salah in this is quite an interesting one. I mean, I don't really know what else you could really do to this draft, to be fair. You'd maybe have to downgrade Tomiyasu to another 4 mil defender, but that means you'd have to play a 4 mil defender every week as well to allow you to upgrade a Neto or a Gray to like a Martinelli or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely be interested to see how this draft gets going. I mean, there's always people out there that, you know, do want to go a little bit anti-template, not have your Salahs, not have your Trents and stuff like that. So, I mean, this draft could do really well. I just think it's very, very dangerous. But that is the third and final draft. I'll probably give this like a 7 as well. I don't know. I mean, they're all like, 7. I quite like the one, this first one, but again, could be quite interesting with Rashford and Grealish in there. But either way, some pretty good drafts. I kind of want to do a few more of these videos, so if you do want to send me any more drafts, just tweet them at me. My Twitter's in the description down below, and I'll definitely jump on a few more of these. But if you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment. What is your draft saying for Game Week 1? Subscribe if you're brand new. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.